So thank you everybody for inviting me. Yesterday I was just giving this one after another facts, very good insights, wonderful speeches. So I really want to extend my thank you to everybody for inviting me. So what I'm going to talk about today, it's working, is really mHealth. And mHealth is nothing new. mHealth is really disease management. Now when we have been able to start using mobile phones, we call it mHealth, and that's just a new abbreviation of disease management and disaster management. So what we do is what you see here. We connect the physicians and the nurses with the people with mobile phones who need care, because when they leave the hospital, they also need care and protection. You can see that we have some devices here, and actually it's wrong to put up the smartphones, and I will get more into that, because we have realized healthcare is for everybody. And 3G, smartphones is not for everybody, and I will get back to that. So we are actually using secure text messaging to reach everybody wherever they are. The evolution of mHealth has, as long as I've been in this industry, just become bigger and bigger for many reasons, and I think you know them as well as I do. Aging population, escalating healthcare costs, public health challenges like diabetes, high blood pressure, which are just escalating like epidemics in this part of the world. Well, actually everywhere. So the main problem in disease management has always been, how do we find a solution where we can tailor the care for each and every individual? Because one size doesn't fit all. You can't say, this is your medication and then it will fit everybody. If you look at pharmaceutical industry, they will do their clinical trials on their pharmaceuticals on what they call normal 40-year-old men. With only one disease. Now, this is just a personal note, but are there normal 40-year-old men? And are they like everybody else? So this is really the problem that, both the pharmaceutical industry has faced, but also the physician. What happens when the patient walks out from the office with the medication schedule? So just to show you a little bit how long we've been working with this. Already in the 1990s, there was actually a patient who got Parkinson's disease in Sweden. He was the initiator to this mHealth application, because he realized that if he in some way could convene how the medication was working when he was at home to his doctor, then the medication could be tailored for his needs, and he could actually feel very well. So that's when we started, and in 2002 we made a study on Parkinson's patients, and I will reveal some of the results with you so you see that there is a tremendous potential in mHealth. In 2003 we were selected, because we were using PDAs before, we were selected by Microsoft to be their early developers, and this was like a huge moment for us. And there was a press release supposed to go out from Microsoft about us all over the world. The same day that the Iraq war started. Nobody wrote about us. So then we started to look at smartphones, and we realized already in 2005, 2006, it doesn't work, because if you develop for one smartphone, it will work on a few models and no more. And I just came from Dubai. There was an mHealth conference, and I learned that today it's the same situation. You develop for one, but then you have to develop for the next model, and so on. So in 2004, we actually realized that, when IT came into healthcare, it was like havoc. Everybody was doing IT applications. Doctors became system engineers, and system engineers became doctors, and there was no standards. So we already in 2004, we started to implement the so-called de facto standard for mHealth applications. And that includes everything from devices talking like blood sugar devices, talking with the mobile phones and so on and so on. And that is necessary, because otherwise this is going to be like a, great jungle again, like on the IT years. So some of the lessons learned is really stay with your profession and cooperate. Don't, become a system engineer in health if you are a doctor. Stay with your doctor competence. And if you are a system engineer, fine. Work with the doctor. Stay with your profession. Let's not do the same mistake as we did when IT came into healthcare. And I can give you an example from a small hospital in Sweden, probably only 100 beds, 150 beds. They spent 5 million euros on doctors developing applications that nobody could use in the end of the day. So again, standards. That is very important. And let's work together on the standards. The industry, the technical parts of it, us who have been, niched in some of these markets, let's work together. And then we have a very simple saying in our office, and we have a big sign saying KISS on the wall. And this is with all friendliness, but it's the abbreviation of keep it simple, stupid. Because we want to do everything, and we want to have that, and we want to have that in the application, but it doesn't work.